Hi guys, how are you? My exciting YouTube channel. It was going to be all about makeup, and now I not have only not done a video, but here we are. So I thought I would do a video about all the kind of things that I do as a mum. People say that they kind of like my mum, cozy vibes, and I can't believe this has happened, especially as I didn't want a child, didn't want to be a mum. But here we are. I love it, and now I'm ironing a beaver's top. So the kind of things, cozy stuff. What's it like being a mum, and what do I kind of get up to that you might find interesting? Or well, there's nothing interesting about my life, but I will say so. Routine-wise, oh, every morning, wake up, bed opened, if it's not already opened from springing out of bed, like the sober person I am, and curtains opened and windows open straight away. So I definitely feel like that stops germs from like embedding themselves. Then I will obviously get ready. My new favorite is the African soap sponge. African soap, African scrubber, the loofah. It's like a long thing. And then I use antibacterial soap with that. Then I have a shower gel that's like moisturizing that I put on after that. And then I have quite like moist skin, so I don't need to moisturize. So I get up and do that. Then I brush my teeth before breakfast because that is what the dentist says to do. And I've already had 2 teeth removed. So I've got to be good. I've got to floss. I've got to do it properly. This is the most mashed up ironing in the world, but it's sort of just, I feel like it takes the edge off. I wear this with a jumper on over the top, so it's fine. Then what do I do? So I go about my day. When I go downstairs, I'll have already put at night time, I load the dishwasher after we eat, which is about like 6 or 7. And then that means when I go to bed at 10, I let the dog out for a wee. And while he's doing his business, I unload the dishwasher, which is loud and a point of contention for my husband, who's like, that is so loud and noisy. But it means you come down in the morning and it's all clean. I'll have already done the sides after dinner, like we'll smooth them down. So that is done. So I'm approaching, go make my breakfast, and then all the breakfast bowls go into the now becoming dirty dishwasher. While my son is eating breakfast, I'll have my breakfast, which is a pancake, frozen fruit, and yogurt, and I have the same breakfast every day. Hello, my diagnosis needs to be done. And then when I eat that quite quickly, he's an iPad kid, so he'll sit there and watch iPad. And then after that, I will either have the robot hoover on, or if it's pretty dirty, then I'll get the big Henry out, shuffle that about, mop the floor. It doesn't take that long. Got like a soft mop head. It's like a microfiber one from B&M. Just put some of that Fabulosa in a bucket, whoosh, 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 clean it all. Done. It's always filthy. I don't know why, just constantly dirty. Then I will come upstairs, and then I will just do my last little bits. I might put the hoover on upstairs, and then I'm good to go. That means that every room is kind of clean and done. I'll then make the beds, shut the windows, out we go for the day. Then when I'm at home working, so I'll have a call, then I might just, spruce up the toilet a bit. So pop a little fizzer in the bowl. I might run some antibacterial around all the bits and bobs. Might put some bleach down the plug hole. So that is a privilege of like working from home. You can get things done that way. And then clothing wise, as soon as the basket's like halfway full, I'll get it washed. So I'll put it on like 30 or 40 degree for an hour. And then I'll either put it on this, which is like a drying rack, which takes a while, but it's cheap, or I'll put it in the dryer. Or if it's like my husband's work shirts, I'll just like hang them over the top of a chair. I'll hang them over a chair. And then that means they're kind of dried by the end of the day, pretty much. And then, like I'm doing now, so I've got a big pile of laundry that I keep there, and then in between meetings, so I've got a meeting coming up. Watch isn't on. Half a pimple and a hair past the time. That's a dad thing to say. So I will just take a bit of ironing, and there's only going to be a couple that have come out from his work shirts. I've left this a bit longer, and then I just do those too, so then they're done. I have a peculiar way of doing it where I only iron the front, but use a really heavy hand. So I start on the sides, do that one, underneath the collar, down to the middle, just get any creases out, and then I lift it up and then do the other side. It's not perfect. Like my motto for sort of housework is like, and all this caring stuff is like, good enough is good enough. Do you know what I mean? I have a full-time job. My job is just as important as my husband's. I'm also like a mum. My job is to listen to my son reading storybooks, and then my job is to also be a friend and a daughter and a sister. So I don't feel like I have to do everything perfectly. Does my husband have a crinkled back at work? Probably. Does he sit on a chair? Yes. So it's fine. I think it's still better than steaming it. Then I just sort of go about my day doing all things like that. So I do a big clean each week where, so I've just done it actually. So just whenever the opportunity strikes for bathroom cleans, which is the full get inside the shower, put on the, lime scale remover, all that malarkey. And then to do the bathrooms upstairs. And that's when I do skirting boards as well. So I'll just go around with a bucket of, I just use fairy in a bucket and like a microfiber cloth, bish bash bosh, just go up the stairs. Again, it's all just so dusty. One of the worst things that I've got to do is like we've got this chandelier. I know, so fancy. It's like in a new build, you get like an overpass. There's like an overhang, it's like a banister, and then some we've got some big balls that come off it, and they are a pain in the arse to do. So, but that's fine. Then I just dust those, and then the house kind of takes care of itself. So, toy-wise, every single toy that my child has is in his bedroom. So, I've tried different ways. I try and hide and rotate, which I think is a good idea, like if you've got a child. But mostly everything's upstairs, and I do rotate like the where it is, and I tidy his room. So I'm probably creating a little monster, but it's the best way to do it. Otherwise, every child's different, but he would just keep everything, every bit of paper, every lolly stick would be kept. So I run that. Then weekly, like maybe on a Sunday, I'll look through his clothes, just check nothing's been shoved back in there, nothing's like stained, dirty. And then just periodically check that he hasn't like grown out of things as well. I handle all the charity donations. And what else do I do weekly? Weekly, I will probably go to B&M on a Thursday, and that's where I'll pick up my cleaning stuff because I happen to be in the area of town, so it's like I'm there anyway. On a Wednesday night, I do my big shop online and I order it for next day. So my shopping runs Wednesday to Wednesday. On the Wednesday, I also clean the towels. So I put my big bath towels, foot towels. What are they called? Foot towels. I didn't do my feet on them. You know what I mean? Like when you come out of the bath, put those towels in. And then I do all that on a Wednesday because it takes up so much space in like the dryer and the washer. I used to do everything all at once, but no, that's changed. And then on Thursday, I do all the bedding. So I'll strip. Sometimes I sleep in a separate room because my husband snores. So that's fine. I just make up 2 beds there and my son's got a bed. So yeah, I will just strip all that bedding. And it's quite easy once you've done it all. Just chuck it down the stairs. Bosh, it goes onto the floor. I just always have I have 2 sets. So just one on, one off. That's it. Quick and easy. Sometimes I'm even a very keen bean, and on the Wednesday I will lay it out in the bedroom ready to go. Such a sad act, but it makes me really happy because this means my food has arrived on the Thursday, my bed linen is fresh, my towels are fresh, so I have Friday feeling amazing, Saturday, Sunday, and then it's general wear and tear. If we're doing lots of sports and stuff, I'll change our towels again, so I might change them on like a Sunday night or something. Just depends how much we're sweating and getting there. I think this is me done on my laundry. So that's it. I unplug this. It's not the most aesthetic corner, but I found that keeping the ironing board like in sight and accessible is the best way to actually get a job done. Like if you start hiding things too much, you're not going to do it. So yeah, not the best trick. And maybe, it'd be nice to have a little cupboard or something to hide it under, but that is not the way of the world. So there we go. So I can still go back to work and, excuse me, it's a nice feeling. Check that doesn't set alight to my basket. It's a nice feeling knowing that everything is kind of done. I've got my pile of laundry and it didn't take too long. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I said I'd do a longer video, but it's only been 10 minutes, so it's fine. Could have put it on TikTok. Okay, love you. Bye. How do I turn it off? Help.